Oh, so you do get to choose. I guess that makes sense. Yep. I'm gonna do Slytherin.
I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. You belong in Slytherin!
Have the eyes for it.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Boo.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Very well. Aspiration.
Oh, cool.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Beautiful.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
What's in here? Ah. Probably more rooms down here. Yeah, okay. We'll just head down.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Well, I suppose... No.
Did you see the way they just walked still at the end of the sorting ceremony last night? Can't imagine starting
Hmm.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new fifth year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spellbook I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Well, alrighty then.
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you and Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard Chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Just abruptly. Good boy. Ciao.
I really hope we get to see or at least hear today. I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Love the
Is the new
accents.
5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Alright, time to go see Professor Weasley.
If I had to pick a favorite,
Very pretty.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Cool.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Following. Oh wait, what's this? No, what's this?
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Okay.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
Trying.
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Kelpie status. Guide pages. Statue depicts the Kelpie, a shapeshifting water demon native to the island of Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long-maned horse. The longest Kelpie ever reported was the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Checks out. You unlock the Field Guide Challenge to progress. Completing challenges appear here. Okay. Okay, so that's right here. This is your wizarding level. XP earned from challenges increase your level of power. I'm Slytherin, so I love power. Field Guide tracks your current stats progress. Select the challenge menu to continue. Click to your first guide page. Unlocks a new challenge category. New challenges unlocked throughout your adventure will appear here. Select the guide to continue. Oh wow, there's a lot of little sub pages. Each challenge has tiers. Spread rewards unlock, and at each tier you complete, from appearances to critical upgrades. Oh cool. Rewards must be claimed from the challenges menu. Come back often to collect rewards that have unlocked. Okay. Excellent.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Oh, cool. So that's repair. Oh, okay, so you get different spells, and when you unlock them, you get to put them in your slots, but then you get like different tiers. Cool.
And outside of the castle.
Okay. Cool.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay. Oh, so cool. Okay, Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live and includes the house, common rooms, and the Great Hall. I forget which one I'm going for. Oh, probably the only one that's lit up. This is where you view the flue flames in the region. Green flue flames represents flames not discovered, including your own house, common room. Gray flue flames. Okay. The right side of the map is where you'll find the academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouses. Select the annex region to continue. Professor, okay. Okay, so rotate the map, fast travel with blue flames. Okay.
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
Yeah,
These
that's it.
stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes. All terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Ah.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ooh. Unlock the features and grant XP. Okay. Some quests are locked by spell and low requirements. In these cases, okay, they're locked. In these cases, you'll need to your required level. Okay, so you have to upgrade. Oops. New spells can be earned by professor assignments. Okay, cool. And I don't think there's any type of assignments or anything like that. And then you continue with, okay, so it's right click. So defense against the dark arts class or charms. I think charms is probably the best.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Yes, it will
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand.
Oh, I want to get my own
You'll
wand.
enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
What was that? Oh, what's up, buddy? Oh. Whoa. This does make me so. No? No? Okay. So that's like how you aim. Oh, I belong to Slytherin, I guess. This is beautiful. That's amazing. This is amazing.
Professor Ronan tends to go on. I have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
I wonder how we get into Black's office. Not that I'd want to go in. Mind you.
Okay.
Not that he's...
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Okay. Ah, like nothing.
Accio.
Give me that.
That is not bad.
Thanks,
You
man.
are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Okay. I'll probably be wrapping up soon here, unless there's something else. Oh, we'll watch this. Then I think we'll be wrapping it up.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Oh.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
All right.
Accio. That's it! Not to worry. Excellent control there.
Stop!
Hold your composure. Very good. Very good. Points to Slytherin.
Yeah.
There's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student
Oh, she's
a
going
bit
to
of a
nail it.
challenge? Come on up.
Oh, she's going to nail it all.
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
After you.
Watch this. There we go.
Well, shit.
Be sharp.
She's kicking my rumpus.
That is how it's done.
Yeah.
That's it. Here we go.
Come on. So 50 points. I'm mathematically unable to win, but I got 100.
Brilliant.
Well, I tried. Points Gryffindor.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Oh dear.
I
Ah.
think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. There we go.
Alright.
Excellent.
Be sharp. Yes! Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Come on. Woo! Let's go.
Easily done. Watch this.
Oh!
That is how it's done.
Get out of here. That is how it's done. Oliver in the house. Let's go.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Thank you. I did it. Guys, I did it. Wow. I am so good at
House is
pointing
dismissed.
my
Gather your
direction.
things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you.
That's how
Took
you.
me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him
been staring me down this whole time.
Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Vesta.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
A word, if you would.
Okay.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
Oh, really?
Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Wow. Sounds good. Yeah. Level 2. So if I go to T here, can I move this? Oh, cool. So I can have it on any spell slot. Well, let's just do this for now. Can I take it out of the spell slots at all? Essentials. Oh, Castle Cube. Okay. So these are the essentials down here. You just tap. This is reveal those R. That's just Q and defending. And stupefy. Alright. So we got this. Got this. Okay. And then we got all of these guys. Okay, and then quests. And then 10. Okay, so these are all my quests, but down here is the main. These are just all of them. And there's probably just some side quests. Amazing. Well, I think this is a great episode to stop at right now. Oh, actually, there's collections here. You, hello. What are you? Yes. Yes. Okay, so the collections are just the things that you see, and they probably just get you more XP. Okay. And gear. I think I'll keep the cloak on. Oh, hell yeah. No. We'll keep that on there. Neckwear. I prefer it without it, honestly. Oh, does it give me more health, though? No. No, okay. gloves. I'm kind of happy without gloves right now. Glasses, don't really need glasses, I'm not a potter. And cover up the man bun? I think not.